a little bit, and then we nail him with the run. He can chop off these big chunks.
All right, coming back, we'll tell you just how confident we are about where the Jags stack up with the Detroit Lions and every other matchup yet to kick off in Week 11 in the National Football League. I had Philadelphia on the 14-point line, just for the record, this week. Guys, I'm kidding, Tom. Tom's looking at me like, were we supposed to pick Thursday Night Football? No, we were not. We'll do our confidence picks for Week 11 when we return in a moment. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. After the fourth quarter winds up, wind down with the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. After the game, join hacker Leon and Coach Campo
at Hurricane Grill and Wings, Fleming Island.
Brought to you by Monroe and Lawn and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. There's sportsbook for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
When it comes to selling your home, it can be stressful. Take the stress out with my friends, Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried you won't sell your home for the price you need. How's this for a guarantee? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers, and if you've been waiting, now is a great time to sell your home. Take Kim in Palm Coast. I needed to move closer to family ASAP, but I had to sell my Palm Coast home first. I tried and failed with another agent. So my family said, you got to call Chad and Sandy. Well, sure enough, as promised, Chad and Sandy did it. They sold my home in 3 days, above asking price. Call the local Jacksonville experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy today at 904-414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. There's nothing like the ambiance of a custom-built fireplace. The team at CSS can design and install the perfect setup, including wood, gas, and electric models, whether you want the elegance of an indoor fireplace or the warmth of an outdoor fire pit. You dream it, they build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Sometimes you agree with them, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping cooking is a pleasure.
Huddle up at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. Dig into fan-favorite dishes and new shareables, including carne asada loaded fries, hot honey wings, and boom boom sliders. Try new cocktails like the spicy Guavarita and the Red Bullarita, or enjoy bucket specials featuring Miller Lite, Modelo Especial, and High Noon during all pro and college football games. Don't miss out. Grab your friends and family and swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings and see what everyone's cheering about. HurricaneWings.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and GIA-certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $2,300 per ounce and hasn't seen this level in over 13 years. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Remember your first great cigar? Honestly, neither do we. But here's your chance to make a new memory with an extraordinary A.J. Fernandez cigar. Join us at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road on November 16th from 1 to 4 p.m. for our A.J. Fernandez cigar event. Enjoy food, prizes, and incredible deals on A.J. Fernandez cigars. Come for the cigars, stay for the experience at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Septic emergencies stink. Get your ducks in a row, and that's where we come in. We are Duck Duck Rooter, the #1 septic company in the region.
When you're stuck, call the duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Hurricane season is here, and now's the time to think about a home generator. My friends at Ricketts Electric can make sure your home always has power. They can install the perfect generator for your home and are even offering a 10% discount this month if you mention 1010XL. So call my friend Zach Ricketts today at 904-320-5960 or find them on Facebook. That's Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them at 320-5960.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window on 1010XL.
All right, we would love to take a minute and catch you up on where things stand in the confidence picks, but I left it all at home.
I do love what's happening in the studio right now because Tommy, when he came in, said, I did all my homework before I got here. And then as we were coming back to the it's like, oh, I got to finish.
I forgot I had to finish. I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
You, all right, you're first. Here we go. Who do you got? I mean, he did. Start. He said, I made all my picks and I've ranked them all.
He was sitting in the Wawa parking lot doing all this work.
I totally was, too.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I think we all were like in 9-4 range last week. And I don't know exactly. So next week we'll update where the points stand in confidence picks. But what we do every week is on Friday, we take the games that have yet to kick off.
Yeah.
This has been well established, Tony. We've been doing this for a couple of seasons now.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm glad you do.
It's like a field trip on Friday in school.
Yeah, right at the exactly.
Yeah,
last minute, like. You're filling it out, on and on. And I did plenty of homework in the first few minutes of class.
But I had it down.
Oh, absolutely, no question. So the 13 games this week, we rank the winners in order of how confident we are, most to least confident. Most confident outcome worth 13 points down to the least confident worth a single point this week. Tony had a small lead going into the week. Probably maintained it again. Don't know the exact standings, but we'll catch up on that. So, Tony, why don't you bat lead off?
Sure. On the 13-point line, I'll take Detroit over Jacksonville.
How dare
Stunning,
you
I know.
Doubt the Jaguars like that.
12, I'll take Houston over Dallas. And on the 11-point line, Miami over Las Vegas.
All right.
Aren't we similar? Tommy Mack.
You're next.
Do you want me to be? It doesn't matter. You just go. Doesn't matter. It's all good unless you want me to go, Tom.
Okay. Yeah, I want you to go.
You want me to go?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I got Detroit. Over Jags. Sorry, I do. I mean, look, I'll root against. I hope you pick Detroit on that line. That we can root unencumbered. Not going to matter. Doesn't matter anyway. I've got Miami worth 12 over Vegas. I've got Houston worth 11. So it's Tony and I have Houston and Miami flip-flop, but all there in the top 3. All right.
13, I have Detroit.
Oh.
Green Bay on the road for number 12.
GB.
And Miami for 11.
Miami. All right. So we all like the Dolphins over the Raiders. Gardner Minshew back at it again.
10-point line, I'll take Green Bay over Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
On the 9-point line, Minnesota over Tennessee. And on the 8-point line, the LA Rams over New England.
Okay. I'm going to go. Oh, is it me? Yes, it is.
Yes.
I'm going to go. Let's go Christian McCaffrey in the Breakfast Bowl. San Francisco on the 10-point line at home over Seattle. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos over Atlanta on the 9-point line, and I will take the Minnesota Vikings. Get out of the snake pit called Everbank Stadium, and they'll have a much easier time getting the win this week over the Tennessee Titans. That's what I've got on the 8-point line. Tom McManus.
All right, 10-point line, Minnesota. 9-point line, Houston. 8-point line, New England.
New England. All right, so Tony and you going head-to-head on the 8-point line.
Mm-hmm.
Tone, 7, 6, and 5.
On the 7-point line, I'll take the Jets over the Colts. I'll take San Francisco over Seattle on the 6-point line and Denver over Atlanta on the 5.
Okay, I'm going to go Green Bay over Chicago on the 7-point line there. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints at home against Cleveland worth 6, and I, too, am going to take the Jets, but only worth 5 points to me if that comes in. Tommy Mack.
7-point line, Cleveland on the road. 6-point line, Buffalo. And then San Fran for the 5-point.
San Fran. All right, Tony, final 4. Go ahead.
Baltimore over Pittsburgh. On the 3-point line, the Chargers over the Bengals. On the 2-point line, Cleveland over New Orleans. And on the 1, Kansas City over Buffalo.
See over Buffalo. I'm going the Chargers on Sunday Night Football as well. How about pretty remarkable? You don't think of the Chargers as this amazing defense.
Yep.
If they hold Cincinnati under 21, it's the first time that any team has done it to their first 10 opponents in a season since 1990 with the New York Giants. So anyway, I'm taking the LA Chargers, taking the LA Rams over New England. I'm taking Buffalo over Kansas City on the 2-point line, and I will go with Pittsburgh at home over Baltimore.
Final 4.
Yep.
Cincy on the road, Sunday Night Football.
Okay.
Jets at home, number 3. Atlanta in an upset, it would be an upset. And number 2 and number 1, I got Pittsburgh as well. Beating Baltimore.
Which would, I think Pittsburgh's getting 3 at home in that game, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't really matter for us. All right, so here's what we got. Tony rolls with the Detroit Lions, Houston, Miami, Green Bay, Minnesota, the LA Rams, New York Jets, San Francisco, Denver, Baltimore, LA Chargers, Cleveland, and Kansas City. I'm going Lions, Dolphins, Texans, 49ers, Broncos, Vikings, Packers, Saints, Jets, Chargers, Rams, Bills, and Steelers. And Tom McManus goes Detroit, Green Bay, Miami, Minnesota, Houston, New England, Cleveland, Buffalo, San Fran, Cincinnati, New York Jets, Atlanta, and Pittsburgh. All right, confidence picks locked in. Let's take just about an on-time break right here. We'll come back so we can get a time in for our Keys to Victory roundtable.
Expanded time.
Well, we might need to have a lot of keys this week, more than just 3 things that the Jags need to do to get done to win this football game this weekend. But certainly you're welcome to share yours with us, and they've been coming in hot and heavy on social media all morning long. All right, Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Anthony. I've been practicing criminal defense law for over 40 years. It's what I love to do, what I do well. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at MacKenziesRun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. MacKenziesRun.org.
The Golf Club of Southampton has plenty going on, from a great round to a round with your buds, soaking up some football and great grub. Every Saturday and Sunday at Southampton, enjoy their game day special. Wings tossed in your favorite sauce and a cold pitcher of beer. Membership opportunities to take advantage of, too. Join Southampton with a paid initiation, and you'll get a $500 gift card. Perfect for golf, pro shop purchases, or the clubhouse. Check it out. It's all happening at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Hicken here with my concierge doctor, Richard Townsend. Doc T, how does a concierge direct primary care operate?
We are a membership-based primary care made directly between a patient and physician. We'll have a limited amount of patients that allows us to give unlimited access and personal service to you. This individualized approach has been shown to lower hospitalizations as well as maintain healthier lives. We also give 24/7 access via phone to me outside of our scheduled office hours.
To learn more, go to mypvconcierge.com.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can. Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete.
From Gatorade Zero to Gatorade Endurance Formula and Gator Life, there's something for every athlete. Find it at your local Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Gatorade, official partner of the NFL.
This is Corona Premier. Just 90 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. It's a light beer that... Wait, this is a light beer? But we should really tell people about... Right, that's why I'm here. Sorry. Corona Premier, unexpectedly, light beer.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Have you ever thought about aircraft ownership as another potential revenue stream and as a tool for tax savings? Put your tax money to work for you while enjoying the benefits of private personal travel. Skylife Elite has over a decade of experience in business aviation and can guide you through the process with their expert staff. Call my friends over at Skylife Elite at 490-9332 or find them at flyskylife.com to get the rundown on everything owning an airplane can do for you.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen on the key to facing the play action of the Lions offense.
A couple of things. We got to get interior push. We got to be able to convert from run to pass quicker, and be able to maybe steal some things and get up the field a little bit better. And then we got to be sticky in coverage, those type of things. Don't let the guys, fake block. This is a really good double move team as well. Like, we've got to do a really good job with our eyes on our receivers and our coverage, and then not let them hold it all day and throw the ball, down the field, because Goff can make all the throws. So his deep ball game it's very impressive.
Ryan Nielsen on matching up with the Lions offense. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, tough to find many serious responses to today's Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day. We'll go around the table here in a moment ourselves. Some of them start off kind of seriously. No major injuries. Okay. Brian Thomas Jr. has a big day. Okay. Defense figures out they're allowed to cover a tight end. All right. And then they go, we'll still lose by double figures, but get a different kind of victory Monday, if you know what I mean. This is what a segment of the fan base has convinced themselves is their only hope for feeling good for the rest of the season is if the Jags lose big enough this week.
Right. Yeah.
Shad Khan will be embarrassed enough that he will have to make some kind of changes before the season's over.
Yeah. Look, I get it. A bunch of the fan base is in that position.
Yeah.
I can't talk them off that. And I'm not interested in trying to talk them off that. If you feel that way about that's the best direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens when nothing happens? So they're going to turn on the owner?
Oh, they already have.
I mean,
he doesn't care.
Right.
He needs to sell the team. I mean, I see it on a weekly basis and not daily basis.
Yeah.
Shad Khan doesn't care about this fan base, doesn't care about this team, doesn't know what the hell he's doing, whatever. And you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, sure.
But that's what it'll be. And, I can't speak for Shad Khan. I have no idea what he will do next week. I don't think he'll get rid of Trent Baalke, though. If you think it's going to be a complete cleaning house here in week 11 or 12, I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. If the offense struggles again, I could see maybe, I don't know. I mean, we don't even know who calls plays full-time anyway. So maybe he goes publicly and says, I'm taking over plays. I don't know.
Right. And I've heard, Tom, the theory. People, and I think people are just making up theories and convincing themselves that they're factual. One, that if it goes poorly and the offense is as bad as it was again, that Shad Khan will go to Doug Peterson and say, you need to replace Press Taylor. At which point, Doug Peterson, who's always defended his guy, will refuse to do so. Yep. And at which point, Shad Khan will wrap them all both in a bow and send them packing. I think that's wish casting. You're projecting what you hope happens. Right. Shad Khan doesn't strike me as the kind of owner who's going to go and meddle in terms of you need to get rid of this specific coach. Now, I can understand. Explain to me what kind of job you think this guy is doing and why he needs to stay employed here and make your case. But do you want people say Shad Khan doesn't know enough about football, right? Doesn't know who to hire. So do you want that guy micromanaging the coaching staff?
Doesn't he do that?
Jerry Jones, I feel like Jerry Jones knows football. Does he make bad decisions sometimes? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he is the GM, right? Do you want that level of micromanaging from your owner? Some people do because they want a specific outcome. I don't think they'd be happy if they had an owner who was willing to micromanage like that going forward. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, this whole rhetoric of, Doug's ruining Trevor's, career or whatever. What do they What do you think they mean by that? Like, how is he? How would
he? Because
how could he potentially
he's putting him in bad? He's not coaching better habits into him, or he's not protecting him well enough. He's getting hurt. He's not giving him an offense. He's got a stale offense, and so Trevor's offensive concepts are stagnant because he's asked to do these basic little things that never work, and he's never going to flourish. I'm trying to put myself in their minds because I haven't been saying that. I mean, look, is Sam Darnold ruined? Sam Darnold went through the NFL wilderness with a bunch of different teams,
getting killed,
and now he's playing for a contender and playing very well.
Same.
Baker Mayfield,
yeah, Baker Mayfield,
look bad in Carolina. Then he goes to L.A. and being there in 3 days, played really well.
Yeah. Yep.
And now he's playing like the best football of his career without his top two receivers.
Yeah.
Was he ruined?
No.
I mean,
right.
I think Trevor's got a little bit more mental toughness.
Oh,
than
without
that.
a doubt. He's not saying that.
No. But people are projecting
fanatical
that on
fans are saying that kind of thing.
And look,
he's ruining him. That's why they want him to sit. Like, no, shut him down for the year because, they're ruining him. Yeah. Like, how are they ruining him?
And if is it only Trevor that we're going to protect at that point? Do we protect Trayvon?
Right.
Do we protect Josh Hines Allen and
Brian Thomas Jr.? Take him off.
Do we? Do we shut him down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
the defense is terrible. Why should our good players on defense still play?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because they're getting paid millions of dollars, and this is their
they gotta
job.
play if they're healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's fire up the 10-10 take.
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brought to you by
Double checked. Cybersecurity made simple.
All right. We'll try to take it semi-seriously.
Okay.
Keys the victory here, Tom. And I mean, look, you lead off. There's a million of them rattling around in my head, so.
Well, I could go funny and just say stay the course.
Stay the
like
course.
Coach Nielsen says, just stay
the course.
The course. I'll tell you this. You got your hands full up front, our defensive line against their O-line. However, once again, it was proven when Eric Armstead lines up over the guard, he's really good at getting pressure on the QB. It's a natural swim move for him, and I want to see more of that. It's okay if he plays a little bit of end. It's fine, but I want to see Josh Hines Allen, and I want to see him lined up next to Eric, and I want to see, of course, Trayvon on the other side as well, and then whoever you got in there, Jefferson or whoever, maybe it's Mason Smith. But let's see if you can do some work against this offensive line. I mean, that's what you're paid to do. That's why you're drafted high. You're very capable of doing it, and they're very capable of kicking your ass. So that's going to be an interesting one because that O-line, to me, I look at that O-line, I'm like, now that's an offensive line that you can really count on. So I guess my first key is that those three defensive players that I mentioned, that they wreak havoc this Sunday.
The Detroit Lions have played 5 one-score games this year. Those 5 games have this in common. Those are the 5 games that the Lions have had a turnover. All the other games, they've been clean in that department, and they've beaten teams by like 25 points a week when they haven't committed a turnover. This sounds silly coming off a game where the Lions just overcame Goff throwing 5 interceptions as far as forcing turnovers being a path to victory. But if the Jags can't force 2 turnovers this week, I don't think they have any kind of chance to win the game. They would need to be the first team this year on the other side of that stat. They would have to be the first team this year to not commit a turnover against the Detroit Lions, I think, to have any kind of chance. I think they have to be +2 in the turnover margin to have any chance to pull off the upset in Detroit.
All right, now Tyson Campbell needs to show that he is the $76 million man. All right, I mean, play like you did last week. Okay, Justin Jefferson's as good as there is in the league. Now, he had help. It was a plan,
collective,
but he played very well individually. Whether that's Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jamison Williams, Tyson Campbell needs to show that, hey, I'm an elite player here, right? And we can't let Jamison Williams wreck this. That's honestly the guy I'm most concerned about because it happens so quick. Usually Amon-Ra, he's going to catch a 10-yarder, then he'll catch a 9-yarder, then he'll catch a 15-yarder, and you get opportunities to make a stop on the next play. With Jamison Williams, it's beep, beep, gone.
And they're not going to forget to take shots at him.
No.
Even when he's having real big slumps in games, they're like, nope, here's a shot, to Jameson. They try it.
Can we do that with our guy?
A couple times. You're allowed.
I'd like to try that. So anyway, Tyson Campbell, whether it's a collective effort, but him leading the way to show us that what the secondary did last week is not a fluke, and you can get your hands on the football, and maybe you can, as to Tony's point, create some of those turnovers.
Listen, we know the NFC North is a physical division. We've seen it in the teams we've already played. Detroit is just like that, especially at home. They're very gritty, as you saw by last week, being down on the road and not playing well, but finding a way to beat the Texans on a last-second field goal, but still came back from that one. So you got to match that grit, man. You better match that physicality, because if they get rolling, it's going to be a long day if you don't punch them in the mouth early. So hopefully you can get off to a quick start and be physical right from the get-go.
It has to be a week where, look, they don't have Trevor Lawrence this week. I think he's the biggest star on the team right now. I think this has to be a week where the other stars they still have that are playing have to play like stars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, Brian Thomas Jr., Evan Ingram, ETN, all of them have to have big impact in the game for them to have any kind of chance to pull up. They're 14-point dogs in an NFL game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that have to go your way when everyone knows Detroit is that much better than you going into the game. You have to have your guys be your guys in this game. And it feels like they've had a bunch of weeks where they've had one or two of those guys show up big time in some of these games, but they don't have room for that. Like, all five of those guys have to be stars in this game for them against the Lions.
I want to find out what Travis Etienne likes to eat, what he likes to snack on, because he needs to pack that lunch this week and pack it well and be ready to go. I don't know if Tank Bigsby's going to play, and I don't know if he does play, how effective he'll be on an ankle that's less than 100%. But I just feel like this needs to be a big ETN game, both in pass pro and catching the ball out of the backfield primarily, because I do think the Jags will at some point be chasing points in this game, going into a little bit more, expecting to throw on every down kind of scenario, and hopefully Travis Etienne, and to some degree, Dearness Johnson, who gets utilized in that capacity as well, do damage catching the ball out of the backfield.
All right, both safeties, I think, combined have 10 picks, Joseph and Branch for Detroit.
I thought you were saying both safeties have to combine for 10 picks.
No, that they do. The awareness of that backside safety that always seems to cause a problem every now and again to us. So just awareness on that, awareness of those safeties, because they make a lot of plays for this
Brian
defense.
Branch is really good.
Phenomenal.
Joseph's having a good year, like you said. So, all right.
This feels like a game where most weeks you don't have to have this to have a chance, but I think this feels like a game where you need a special teams play. Probably a return for a touchdown given the current state of the offense to give them a chance to win, but I think they need something big in the return game somewhere to give themselves an opportunity.
All right, lean into the Mac attack. He brings some energy, right? Mac Jones, I hope, has a little success early like he did last week. He's fired up. Obviously, he's playing in front of the Duval crowd and all that. Totally understandable. But, give him some whatever – the throws are, whatever the plays are that he likes, can we get off to a better start? But really, give him some early success, build his confidence, and he is the kind of guy who's a little bit infectious in the way he carries himself. So have him find a way to have Mac Jones have some success, build his confidence, and let his energy help feed the rest of the team.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the third down. They're very good on defense on third down, like 31%. Last week, although we're averaging at like 33, last week we were about 44%. Normally recently we haven't been doing very well on third down. You're going to have to win those third down battles. So the 3-and-outs, can we please limit the 3-and-outs on offense, because especially after your defense does something good for you and or has to suffer a long drive but don't give up points, you need to reward them with extending, the plays well past just 1 3-and-out. That kills a team.
Man, I wish the Colts had a bigger game next week than they do, or the Lions had a bigger game next week than they do.
Yeah.
They're just going to Indianapolis. I do wish that next week was something big. It was Green Bay. It was something like that was going to have some direct effect, so you could at least try to open up the window for maybe a letdown, this kind of week. But I with the schedule, I don't expect that to be the case, but if they give any kind of indication early in the game that maybe it is a letdown, because they are just 14-point favorites in this game, so they're not taking it as seriously as you need to week in the NFL. But I with how overmatched I think the Jags are in this game, I think they need something like that to have a chance.
All right, last one here, and you were alluding to the play at the line of scrimmage, Tom, but Trayvon needs to take it personally, okay? Everyone thinks Jags made a mistake, not going Aiden Hutchinson instead of Trayvon Walker, and Trayvon's got a chance to put his stamp on that narrative a little bit this weekend. So we'll see if he, Trayvon Walker has a couple of sacks against Detroit.
Yep.
Kind of quiets that talk down a little bit.
What a year Aiden's having. He's
having,
played 4.5 games. He's still second in the league in pressures.
And he's got, he's top 10 in sacks on 4.5 games. Aiden Hutchinson was the far and away leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year through the first third of the season.
For sure.
Easily. But he ain't around anymore. So
Trayvon's having a good year.
Let's take advantage of that as well. All right. We'll get a final few words here with Tom McManus coming up in just a moment. But right now, let's welcome in Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
All right, the Helmets and Heels crew are hanging out at one of my oldest haunts, Tony D's Pizza.
Tony D's.
Kidding me? Hey, Tony D over here. Yeah, hey, Bay Meadows and 9A. I know the spot. Tony D Simone, love the guy. Mia O'Brien joining us right now. What's up, Mia?
Hello, friends. How are we doing? We have free pizza, 250 slices for the first people to show up here at Tony D's, courtesy of our friends at Royal Pest Services. And we also have puppies. We have the High Tide on the South Side family, who were so gracious and brought us gifts from their trip across the pond. I'm not sure what more you can ask for, with absolutely beautiful weather as well, right here off of 295 in Bay Meadows at Tony D's.
Puppies to distract from the kitty cats that are heading up to Detroit this week?
Oh, I thought it was to distract against the Blue Sky Movement, Mike. Hey-o, no, I'm just kidding. No, this is our friend Sandy. One of our Heeligans has been sending us pictures of her for Feel Good Friday for months now. And so because we actually came to his hood, was able to bring Sandy here to Tony D's. So you can bring your dog. Dogs are welcome here. We've got the tent set up outside of Tony D's. So slide on by, say hi, bring a pup, bring a friend, and get some free pizza.
All right, Mia, what's coming up on the show today?
Absolutely, boys. We will dive into those kitty cats with Carmen Vitale of Fox Sports. Very excited to catch up with Carmen, who does a great job for Fox National, does an all-women's program on Saturdays for Fox Sports. We, of course, will also run through our picks for both the NFL and the college ranks, and a whole lot more coming up on a Sunshine Turf Friday edition of Helmets and Heels.
All right, Mia, have a great show. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, hanging out at Tony D's Pizza. Yeah. They make a mean slice over there.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Don't give the dogs pizza, I don't think. Dogs shouldn't eat pizza.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What do you think?
Probably not. I don't know, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not.
It's cheese and bread, I guess.
My sauce. Dog, I had one dog in my life. He loved cheese, man.
Oh.
Loved it. Don't know if it was good for him or not.
Did he tell you that?
You could tell by
his
the way.
reaction.
He came up. Ears perked up. Oh, give me some of that cheese. We'd feed him the cheese, and he'd be jumping around all happy and fantastic.
As long as it didn't bother him, who cares?
Yeah, he died of cheese poisoning, by the way. I think it was coincidental. 100% coincidental.
That's
sure.
a good stand-up gig right there.
Is it? Cheese poisoning. All right. Tommy Mack, Dad Bods last weekend, very successful.
Yeah,
right?
Great night out at the Beach Bowl. Thanks to everybody that came out.
When's the next tour date?
We're at the Duval House on Duval Road. Is it Duval Road or Street? By the stadium. John Phillips' house. You know, it's the charity house.
Yeah.
We're going to play for a couple charities, 4th and goal. I think the J Fund may be out there, and we're going to,
I don't know.
Crank it out.
People will be there. We'll be there.
It'll be rocking.
And when is that?
Oh, sorry. I always forget that. December 1st. Before the Houston game.
Had I not asked, I think people might have been going there tonight or tomorrow.
Right. No, I'm sorry. So,
December
Sunday
1st.
Before the game, December 1st, out at the Duval House.
Gotcha. All right. That'll do it for Jaguars today for the week. Good luck to Bowles and Baldwin and all the other Jacksonville schools involved in the high school playoffs. For Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark, Tom McManus, I'm Mike Dempsey. We'll talk to you on game day as the Jags will be up in the Motor City taking on the Detroit Lions. Helmets and Heels coming up next on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.